The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com. Welcome to 71Kicks, everybody. Alec, Brandon, and Zach coming to you live for the first time on the YouTube for the show. Not for the first time ever live, but you know what I mean. We're doing the show with y'all now on Tuesday nights, coming to you straight up with all the action, straight up with all the good stuff going on. Because, listen, by the time we make it to Friday, we record on a Tuesday, post on a Friday. It's not current events no more, all right? You know, we're talking about 16-year-olds scoring in the Premier League, and then by the time we make it to Friday, it's gonna be some other guy scoring, and it's gonna be the new record and stuff. But doubtful. We'll see how that goes. It's gonna be a hard record to beat, boys. I'm not trying. We're not gonna spend the whole episode talking about it, but it was pretty crazy. We have to admit it. Yes.
Yeah, it's a great moment.
Let the youth play. I've been saying it forever.
Youth play.
I think I'm angry about the fact that Gyökeres scored as a result of it on the easiest goal ever. But
Little tap in.
I think anybody with a brain could have scored that goal. Like,
We'll take it.
Nice little cross though by Matt Dowman again.
You got to be at the right place at the right time, so you can't hit on it too much. But that ball went from Dowman.
How about the touch by Nkapie? You think he meant it?
I mean, he had to. Well, if anything, it just shows it
hit him in the ribs,
put into the box there by Dowman that he knows all he needs to do is just chest it down and
I just don't know
be
what
there for it.
Was thinking.
He ran away from the.
It reminds me of when the ball bounced off the crossbar against Liverpool and Origi scored from literally an inch out. It reminds me of that. He just
I feel like I remember that
completely lost his mind and lost focus, and it just it could have major repercussions on the season.
England's number one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he always plays good for England, so
bring back Joe Hart.
Hart.
We need you, Joe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
little U.S. men's lore right there.
Panic with the ball at his feet, right in the modern game.
Oh my god, right? Can't
Mm-hmm.
even imagine seeing him trying to play out the back. Damn. But speaking of the team that he left, City just crashed out today. And
both the oil money clubs.
Yeah, and Chelsea.
Yep, the most goals we ever conceded in a Champions League tie across two legs.
What
That's
was it?
painful.
8-2 aggregate.
I think 8-2. Yeah,
8-2.
Or even 9. I think it might be 8 though.
8. Yeah. I mean, obviously disappointing. Horrible performance. Just.
What are we looking forward to now in the season?
Really well, I was talking to this with my buddy last night. I said, at this point, my expectations for the season, if I'm thinking highly, is 5th place for Champions League. If it opens up, which I think there's a 90-something% chance it's the 5th place spot. It's going to England, or one of them at least. And then FA Cup. I mean, you got Port Vale in the quarterfinal at home. Yeah. It should be a
Cinderella
easy
story right there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a great run for them. Hopefully. I mean, you would expect to beat the worst team in League One.
Hey, it's March Madness time, though. You never know.
You never know, but
time
obviously the expectation would be you win that game, and then you got to win a couple more games. Win FA Cup. I think FA Cup and salvaging Champions League would be a positive given how the season's gone for us. I mean, frustrating. Really, when you think about it, when you think of the signings, I think as a fan base, we got overexcited from the Club World Cup, and we're a little blind to certain things. If we really thought Garnacho and Giddens was going to fix the problem we've had on the left-hand side, just never was going to happen. There's a reason why Maresca was so angry about not getting a center back, and we've seen it over the last 2 legs. They just aren't good enough. I like Senior. I think he's a solid coach. I just don't think he's ready for Chelsea yet, which I could have told you that when we signed him. I said he might be fine, but he's just not going to be ready for Chelsea.
Well, that's the interesting conversation I saw come up this week, is that the board is not trusting him to possibly be ready for this, and they might sack him in the summer and everything. But
I think that was a done deal, honestly.
At that point, exactly.
I don't see
the
a
Chelsea
future
board's
with
coming
him at
out
the
saying
club,
that they don't have faith in the manager. It's only just a matter of time.
But I don't understand, though, is we keep sacking managers, but then the one, I don't think he's directly involved in the final decision, but he's one of our guys on our board or something. So there's no statistical evidence that backs that having a good manager like wins you more games.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just the dumbest shit you could ever fucking say, and just be like, I don't know this sport whatsoever.
Yeah,
because we've clearly seen what a good manager can do for a club,
right.
and what a manager can change. And like we've seen teams have a really good season under one manager, he gets a better job, and his new team's doing well, and then the team he used to coach has a worse manager, and that shits the bed all of a sudden.
Yeah,
so it's frustrating. I mean, I can't say at this point of the season I'm surprised now. Like I said, there's very few games where we've looked good this season. I think the little whatchamacallit, homecoming or not homecoming, the honeymoon phase with your seniors over. I think we'll be lucky if we get fifth. I think the only bright side is that Liverpool and Aston Villa are trying just as hard to get out of Champions League football next season. But I was saying to my dad earlier, like, we can complain about this. We keep having these first name options that I'm like, well, looks like great. Like, this would look like a great signing. And then we decide, they're too much money, and we'll just settle for two players that are not nearly as good and won't be ready anywhere time soon.
You say get out of Champions League or get into Champions League?
Get out. They're like, it's like they're all three of them are competing to drop out of Champions League.
They're doing their best not to make it.
Yeah. It's like they're all
yeah. I mean, that's what happens sometimes in a rebuild process. Like, I understand the glory of wanting to be in Champions League, but that's something that if you could compete at that level, you deserve it, and like all that. But like if you can't, and it's almost like a status of like if you can earn it to be in there, and like you look at how Chelsea's been, and it's a team that hasn't, you can't say earned that place in Champions League after this season's performance, but it also just gives you that time when you're not playing those midweek games on like a Tuesday, Wednesday to put more time to practice and like, focus up during the week. And the killer blow is if you end up qualifying in like a Europa League spot. I mean, and that's what is so tough about England now is that there's so many, like it's a first through like seventh, I think now qualifies for a European place.
That's the way I look at it too. Cause the way I feel like, and I mean, you're the expert here on Chelsea, but the way I feel like they've built themselves is for the packed schedule across all of these sort of competitions.
Right.
But when every single match day you go out there with a new 11, like it does something to the psyche and the guys on the field too, where it's like, it doesn't matter what the competition is. Like you're not developing any sort of chemistry that's supposed to build throughout all these. So like it's a tough line to follow, and I understand like it's a business at the end of the day, but like you have to be able to feel the squad and a healthy squad and a rested squad. But at the same time, you can't be throwing out 40 different names on a team sheet across a year or whatever it is, 10 months.
And I don't even know if it's necessarily that per se. I mean, obviously I think there's some factor of that is that cause I think for a lot of the season we've had a pretty steady lineup, but I just think when you look at it, like for the level we want to be competing at, just some of the players aren't good enough.
Yeah.
Like it just really comes down to like Garnacho, Giddens, Pedro Neto are all not good enough. Like,
well, we did have that running joke too. How many different back fours they've thrown out there for a while.
Like, and we've looked at all the back fours this season, and Cucurella, obviously fantastic. Reece James, world class. I mean, now of course, he did his hamstring in again, which is like, great, here we go again.
Yeah.
As much as I love the guy, and I think he's been our player of the season so far, but it's just frustrating, obviously. And I think it's a lot of we've been forcing him to play all these games because we're struggling, and it's like, well, we need you on the pitch, and now we're just not going to have him rather than resting him for a game here or taking him off in the 60th minute here just to get him some extra. And granted, the fans complain every time we think he gets taken off, but at the same time, this is the stuff that like the fans that when he gets taken off are just like, yeah, I'll get on my feet and clap him off, or I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, this is the repercussions we're facing now from the chaotic season we've been having.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I think we're gonna be lucky if we get a Champions League spot. Obviously, with it being 5 spots, most likely ups our chance, and I think we have a chance at catching Villa because they've been in worse form than we have. Obviously, we just beat them recently as well. I think United's the shoe-in for Champions League at this point. They're the only one of the
crazy
four.
Crazy.
Which I mean, I don't know if the Carrick's gonna get rewarded with the contract, just because obviously with the Ali Gunnar Solskjaer stuff that they might get PTSD from that and be like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
But I think he certainly earned it. Granted, I think they overstayed their welcome with Solskjaer, but I think Carrick's been playing as well.
It's an interesting case because like you could fall into the same case with Ole, but at like the same time, they put too much faith in him at that point, like
Yeah.
he was at the wheel and everyone's like, yeah, Ole's at the wheel and it's going to be fine. But like what you can do with Carrick, you can say, all right, here's 1 year of a contract right now. Prove that you like, it's exactly what it goes back to with earning it. Like earn the next year of your contract and like, just keep playing for that. Like maybe it's not going to be after the 1 year, 1 year, no, 1 year each time, but like after that first year, it's a 2-year contract, something like that.
Yeah.
But he's putting some stability into that United team, more stability that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. And he's
I
clearly
think
getting the best out of Bruno, which is the biggest thing for them. Like all the stuff that
Casemiro
United
too.
Yeah, Casemiro
man.
looks rejuvenated. Like the fact they're going to let him leave is, I think, crazy. I think he wants to leave.
I think it's him wanting to go, and he's
like
playing for the new contract wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Just to show that he can still walk into any team.
And obviously, like, if we're being honest, United's team on paper is not that is not bad.
No,
especially their attacking options. Like their attacking options look especially good right now. I think they have a few good center backs at the club. Like I think Lissandro, as much as I think he's a little rat, I think he is a solid center back.
Yeah.
Maguire's form's picked up. I think the Lick's pretty solid. Yoro's a great young talent.
Yeah.
Like Shaw has been rejuvenated this season. I don't know where that came from, but
World Cup year.
Like he looks significantly better.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Dorgu started looking really good when he was playing farther up the pitch before he got hurt. Like, so they've I'm not saying they're a finished product, but they have some little bit of depth with them. Like they have attacking options, and
Sheshko just hit double digits.
They have some defensive stability. So I'm not saying they're gonna be scary. They're gonna be in a title race anytime soon, but they certainly look like a top 4 team right now.
Well, you know what it is? It's that it's less noisy for the team right now over there. They've just finally decided to put their heads down, focus on their task of winning games, getting out there, because like they're not in any cups, so they just need to go out and have a strong finish to the season. And like they're doing that very well with like they've solidified third place right now. Like they think
pretty much
they're 4 points ahead of the
I'm
next
looking at it
teams.
right now because I want to talk about the other side of the table too after this. But
Oh, yeah.
Arsenal are at the top, 70 points. City right below them, 61 points. United 54. Villa in 4th with 51. Liverpool 5th, 49. Chelsea right behind them, 48.
Real quick before we head to the bottom of the table, can we stop with this nonsense that Dauman won Arsenal the league?
Well, he won us the game at least.
He won us the game, which was a huge, really important game.
And at that,
obviously, a huge 3 points.
Dauman won us the league, and here's why.
No. But this is my thing, though, right?
I'm not going to sit on a soapbox.
It's 9 points. City still have a game in hand, and you guys still play each other. So 2 City wins, and that 9 becomes 3, and that means the league's well. And I know we're running out of time here, but. And I'm not saying City's going to do it because they don't look good enough right now at pushing stuff. And I do think Arsenal is going to win the title at this point. But to say that the league's over when 2 City wins can literally put them right back into the conversation.
So the thing about it with him winning us the league, it's not that he won us the league like it's a sure thing locked in. Like, we've done it now. But what it has done, it's shown, and I feel like it's a good kick in the ass to the rest of the team, that we got 7 games left, or however many games left right now.
7.
And we, this past weekend, in a stalemate with Everton, put on a 16-year-old and told him, go out there and do your thing, change the game. And not only does he...
Who said that like 4 months ago?
This guy.
I mean, he might be your best attacking midfielder option, right? Like no bullshit.
Right now, it's
like no bullshit. Like
it's insane to watch what he did for that game. He came on and was a game changer by putting in the cross that set up the first goal, and then you could say open net, whatever you want about his goal, but the technique he had to dribble around the 2 defenders and get out of our half to then charge on to an open net was great. Now, what that does it's with saying he's won the league, it's like he's just shown the rest of the team this is what it takes to go out there and win a game. Like, you have to go out and just take chances, go with
They've
confidence.
lost 3 games this season. What are you talking about?
But we've drawn a ton of games in the past 2 months, and we've lost a lot of when you watch. It goes back to the conversations we're having about boring Arsenal, all this shit, all that stuff about not playing good football that everyone wants to say. But it goes back to what Chelsea was doing in the early 2010s, and just how Chelsea was going about winning games no matter what, defensively compact and parking the bus and getting that result.
So do you think
it's
do you think it's the youth mentality, or do you think it's just the fact that he had fresh legs and like an idea?
I think it's a combination of like both of those things: youth, fresh legs, but youth mentality. Like all of our subs this season have been insane. Arteta's ability of like game management with our substitutions has been great.
But is it game? That's what I'm saying though. Is it game management or is it the fresh legs? Because the system stays the same.
It does. No, so
Arteta has them as toy
I mean,
soldiers.
They looked uninspiring for 89 minutes. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like it's.
But that's where I'm coming from.
But,
is it fresh legs, or is it just the youth and the idea that he wants to get creative? And
so that's where we're getting at with this, where it's like in that game, in that moment, it was the youth that came on and helped invigorate that win and inspire us to win. So it just shows that, like, yeah, to find that motivation for the rest of the season, that was it. That's what we needed to see. Like, that's what's going to push us to win the league. Just getting out there, innovation, just trying to go for the win, no matter what you're doing. And again, the kid just showed crazy class. Again, we can't get too hyped on it. Arteta has been trying to shut the noise down in the past week. He's saying, guys, listen, he's still 16. Like, it's the same thing that
does he
one
start
year
in the next Prem game?
I don't think starts, but he's definitely going to be getting more minutes in these next couple games. Like, he's going to start the rest of these
What do you
FA
think?
Cup games.
I don't see him starting. Like, I think he'll start in the cup games.
Yeah.
Like, not obviously not Champions League, but I think he'll start in. I don't think he'll start
FA
in the
Cup.
Carabao Cup final either. I think he'll just be a FA Cup where he's probably starts. I think gets plays Southampton next too. So that's a great game for him to get.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think it's
in
Southampton
the
on
FA
the
Cup,
road.
yeah,
So it's like that's a great opportunity for him to just step in and get a start, get some first team football under his boots.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the problem. Once again, though, is that it's this great moment, just fucking made insufferable by Arsenal fans. Which I've been seeing them compare him to Messi and saying we haven't seen anybody move like this since prime Messi. Which I'm just like, oh, for the love of God, please just stop.
Hey, listen.
And I get he's very good, and on the ball he looks very good. He reminds me a lot of Foden, like young Foden in a lot of ways.
I see that.
I just think that like Arteta has to learn from his mistakes that he's made with Saka. And granted, Saka's still a very good player. He's probably still going to, be a Premier League champion at the end of the season. But Saka's legs do not look the same at all. Like, he looks shot.
Yeah.
And I just think that a lot of that was how much Arteta played him since he's taken over the job. And I think Arteta needs to learn from that. And that's kind of what Maresca was trying to do with Esteval this year, was like, yeah, we understand he probably is the best winger at the club this year, but we don't want to overwork him when at such a young age where he can't run by the time he's 23 years old.
It's very important to be doing that. Like, Saka was going for Eli Manning stats for a bit, where he had like the most consecutive starts at Arsenal, and I think he, like, for his age, or maybe even that time period or whatever it was, he was breaking that record. And I remember it was like during that 22-23 season, or 23-24, where he didn't start for the first time in like ages, and it was the biggest story. It was like, Saka is on the bench, and it's like, he needs to, like, that's what we need. We need the rest. We need the rotation. And it's good that we have it this year and all that. But I know exactly what you mean with that. Like, we can't be getting too hyped on him. He's still 16, but it was a great moment. I mean, you look at Nwaneri, it's like he had a good start to his Arsenal career, but right now he's on loan at Marseille just to get more minutes. And I mean, it's not to say that like he isn't quality and wasn't getting the starts here or game time because he's not good. It's just that, again, we've got depth now, which is what
look
we're
at
looking
Hendrick
for.
too.
Yeah.
Just realize
Same
like
idea.
Madrid don't give young players talent or opportunities. Just all right, I'm going to go on loan for 6 months to see if I can work my way into the lineup at all, or work my way into some more playing time. And he started out really well. He's slowed down a little bit now, but still, I think he's probably going to go on loan again next season. If that's what I would do if I was him, like whether it's back to Lyon or something similar. Like, I just think he needs to get first team minutes that he's not going to get under with Mbappe, and he's just still there. And
well, now onto the reverse flip side of things, the bottom of the table.
Oh wait, yeah, let me.
Boy, oh boy,
all
we were
teams.
tight for this weekend for a hot minute until Tottenham tied that game, and I think they got 30 points right now. But then it's West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and who's the other team down there?
Nope.
Burnley, right?
Nope. So Wolves sit at the very bottom with 17 points, which is actually kind of crazy to say. I never thought they'd break double digits this season.
They've been good. I'll say good, but they've been
They've been
significantly
They've
better.
been informed the
They've
past
been
2
a
months.
Premier League
If-
side lately.
Yeah.
If they would have made this decision 2 months earlier, we might be talking about them in a fight for survival.
Yeah.
But it's just too little, too late is the problem.
Yeah,
Like,
right
they
now.
just have too many points to make up.
They're gone. And they've played one extra game as well. Right above them, Burnley with 20 points. Above them is West Ham with 29. Tied with West Ham is Forest with 29. And right above them, nearly, is Tottenham in 16th with 30. And then Leeds sit at 15th, 32 points. I really want to say that they're safe, but it's still very
It's still
close.
close.
It's still very
Yeah,
close.
they're too close.
And then there's a little bit of gap between 14 and 15. Crystal Palace sit with 39 points. So I'd say it's kind of between that 15 and below.
Usually
Mhm.
40 is the safe number. Like if you hit 40, typically you end up you're 100% safe typically with 40 points.
I'd say it's those last, what would that be, 6 teams, Leeds to Wolves right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tight race, honestly.
Tottenham is it's crazy.
Huge point at the weekend.
It was.
Huge point.
Do you remember, I was thinking about this earlier because I know I have my book, but do you guys remember when we did our first prediction, like across the board? Do you guys remember who your 3 relegated teams were that you chose?
I don't think so. No.
I think mine were Wolves, Burnley, and Leeds. I want to say.
Probably.
I don't know if it's what particular order it was.
No, you went all 3. You went all 3, didn't you?
Oh,
no,
that came up,
I
went
thought
back down,
100%.
maybe.
I definitely said Wolves.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought Sunderland was going to survive.
Yeah.
Like we
Okay.
comfortably survive.
That's true. Actually, yeah.
Curious. No.
I know.
Remember either.
I'm pretty sure mine were. I think we all had Wolves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I had Leeds and Burnley. I think you guys both had Burnley, and then I think you had Bournemouth.
I did. I had
Which was
a wild
crazy,
pick,
terrible
wild pick
take.
for Bournemouth,
Yeah,
but at the same time, you
insane.
look at them
And
right now. That team was picked apart. No more.
I don't know
Semenyo.
who your third team was.
So my relegated 3 were Wolves, Brentford, and Burnley. Damn, Brentford. What the
Brentford.
fuck was
Couple
that?
howlers from the
Damn.
fellas there.
No, I
Brentford
remember
sits in
that. The
7th
slander
right
for
now.
their coach with no name and no experience at
Yeah.
the start of the season.
The vibes with Keith Andrews
I
just
mean,
through
I
the
think I
roof.
thought they were going to get like 17, so I thought they were going to just
Yeah.
survive. But
Who would have known? Igor.
First manager sacked, Graham Potter, Golden Boot, João Pedro,
Graham Park. Where was he managing at the start of the season?
West Ham.
West Ham?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's right. All those memes
Yeah.
for a sec. That's
Top-
crazy.
This is crazy to look at too. Top 4, I had Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and City.
Wow.
I think that's we all had just a different
Probably.
order.
Yeah.
The
I know,
journey
right?
that we went on this year. It's bananas.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been
And
real, yeah.
we culminate. Shall we get into a little World Cup show?
Yep, we got the rosters out today, everybody. Rosters for our next set of
Our new camp
friendlies here. Let me just pull that
Before we
up.
talk about the roster, though, can we talk about the horror show of a Sunday Night Football fake World Cup song that Jelly Roll is
Oh yeah,
been
no,
in
you.
charge of coming out with? Because listen, I understand we were always going to go with like an American artist, and I know that we didn't. It's not in the teaser, but there's like a Spanish artist on the song, and it's like a Canadian producer. I think it's a Mexican like rapper
Okay.
or Mexican artist on the song.
Give us
Culmination
Rosalia.
of North
But-
American talent.
But like, listen, out of all the like Americans we could have gone with, there's so many different options. How did we land on Jelly Roll for the World Cup? Does Jelly Roll even know what the World Cup was? Like, did he even know what the World Cup was before they asked him to make?
He
the
knows what
song?
Ozempic is. I can
Yeah.
tell you that much.
Yeah. He knows how to take a frog splash too. I'll say that. He's going to
Yeah.
actually be WrestleMania this year or something like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, but like, listen, and I'm not saying Jelly Roll's the worst artist in the world, like, or anything like that. Like, he's okay. Like, he's not my style of music, admittedly. Like, but like, why country?
If
Like-
if you could pick one artist that you pen to paper writing the World Cup song, who's writing your World Cup song?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Is that your real answer?
No. But
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching Sabrina Carpenter perform a song for us. That'd be great.
That's such a tough question because I think a lot of people I listen to now aren't like modern artists. You have to go with somebody.
Don't matter.
more
This is
modern.
your World Cup. You're making the tournament.
Listen, there's only one person to pick at the end of the day. If we're going anybody that has to, if it doesn't have to be like a true like purebred American artist, Give me Shakira every single time.
Yeah.
Just let Shakira do it every single year because they always bang. Like they always do. It's the exact vibe you're looking for every time. Like none of this do-da-da-da nonsense they did last time and some Jason Derulo. And that song's not bad, but like get that nonsense out of here. Like
Disclaimer.
I
song's not
want
bad.
Shakira or Pitbull. Somebody with a little like Hispanic flair.
What about was it?
If we're doing one American artist this year, Bad Bunny.
True.
Bad Bunny this
True.
year would have been fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but he did the fucking Super Bowl. Nobody gives a shit about the Super Bowl and the World Cup. All
Yeah,
right,
right.
it's the World Cup. All right.
Yeah.
Could have got I Show Speed again.
To be fair, that ended up being the World Cup song last time around.
I still can't believe that was the World Cup song.
It pretty
I don't even
much
remember what the
catchy.
World Cup song
World
was.
Cup. World Cup.
That was literally better than the do da da do da da fucking whatever
remember that
noise
one.
nonsense.
I'm the
like,
scat man.
like just.
Damn.
But yeah, I couldn't believe. I saw today that it was Jelly Roll, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, you might as well have got Kid Rock to feature on the song too.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
like just give me a fucking break.
Yeah,
like,
if you want to watch the tournament on BN Sports, you'll get the Kid Rock show
yeah,
True.
on Fox. Is going to be Jelly Roll.
yeah, just Turning Point USA.
Fucking lose-lose,
They're
right?
doing the World Cups. now.
Unbelievable.
I think Jelly Roll's chiller than Kid Rock, but yeah, I don't know. I just like.
Nothing screams World Cup like Ozempic and face tattoos.
I'm just praying
Yeah.
that I forgive me for my ignorance. I don't know what the I think he's a Mexican rapper or a Mexican artist. I don't know if he's a rapper or not. I don't know what it is, but I'm praying that he brings the World Cup vibe to that song because Jelly Roll just looked up Sunday Night Football soundtrack and just said, let me just change the notes around a little bit, like change the pitches on the notes, and then bang, here's the World Cup song.
If you speed it up, it's really Carrie Underwood. Sunday Night Football
Yeah,
too.
God, just slowed it down.
Sunday night, like just, God. But
All right, so rosters.
We got
Rosters
the
are
rosters,
released.
everybody, and,
Kits come out the other day.
just as you guys were predicting. Were we going to be adventurous and pick some names like people in Europe trying to make their name, or find some of these MLS guys that are just staples of the team? And wouldn't you know it, but Christian Roldan makes his return to the team. Who else we got here?
We also said we didn't want Ajamang or however you say his name, Cohen. He made the squad, which I think is
Derby County legend.
which I think is due to Haji Wright's injury, but like
Yep.
still, like
Yeah.
why is he in the squad?
So the question was asked too because we're missing the three, I'd say, like big names: Tyler Adams, Haji Wright, and who's the third one we said?
Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams, Haji Wright, and who?
Oh, Serginho Dest. Sorry.
Serginho Dest. Who do those three replace if this is the roster they're taking?
It's tough because
one of the
obviously
one of the keepers goes.
obviously, yeah, one of the keepers
Yeah,
goes,
for
and
sure.
that's just one of the spots.
Yeah.
Usually, you don't bring more than 3 strikers. So, in my opinion, the 3 spots is whatever keeper you don't think that we should be bringing.
We have
I
two
would-
keepers that are showing up right now with no caps. That's the only two players with no experience with the team.
How about
right now that are
how
showing
about
up.
all 4 of our keepers are MLS products?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a little
I don't
worrying.
know who else we should be bringing. Like Stefan isn't exactly ever like been that good.
We got
Horvath-
the 16-year-old at Bayern,
Yeah,
and I want Diego Cochin to start getting some time. That's my shout.
yeah. Horvath's had his moments.
He's also in the MLS though as well.
Is he back in MLS now?
Yeah, New York Red Bulls.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, but like Roman Celentano.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Never heard of
I
him.
just like listen.
Cincinnati,
We all
yeah,
knew it was
come
going to be
on.
one of the Mats as our starter for the summer.
Yeah.
Like they're the two realistically competing.
Yeah.
Anybody else is just kind of there for shits and giggles.
I mean, give us
Um,
what's his fucking name from plays at Philadelphia. The 48-year-old dude.
Oh God.
It's not. I want to say Andre Blake. It's not Andre.
So
Blake.
he's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Um,
Who am I thinking of? You know who I'm talking about?
Brad
He was
Guzman.
there last. He was he was our third keeper last time.
I can't remember.
I'm looking it up right now.
Not what's his name.
They have. I don't think it's.
I said
it
as
as
a
a
joke.
joke,
Brad
they have
Guzman.
George
No.
Marks.
He
and
played for
Andrew
New York
Rigg.
City FC for the longest time.
Oh, Sean Blake.
Sean. No.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Sean
about.
Johnson.
Sean
Yeah,
Johnson. Yeah.
Sean Johnson. Yep. Not to be mistaken with the very talented U.S. gymnast from years prior.
Yes. No, not the same guy. No.
Well, that was a woman. So
Not the same. There you go.
Well, you never know nowadays. You know, like,
Yeah,
it could have
sure,
happened. Yeah, but realistically, one of the goalkeepers is out. Christian Roldan, for the love of God, please take him out. And then Ajamang for Haji Wright, and I think that's
Do you
pretty
think-
damn close to the squad we're going to bring.
Do you
this
think they
summer.
bring Austin Trusty? Do you think he makes that cut?
I think so. I think he's been pretty solid from what I've seen this year. Obviously, Alex Freeman made the move to Villarreal too, so I think
Barely
he's,
playing, though.
like barely playing, but like getting the experience of for playing for a team in Europe.
Yeah.
'Cause that's really that's the competition we're playing this summer.
We talked
you
about it
know.
last week a little bit too, but who's that starting center back next to Chris Richards?
Yeah, I just saw Tim Ream in the
I think
appearance here on
looking
the
at
list.
this, I do think it's going to be Tim
It's gonna be
Ream.
Tim Ream.
Yeah, he's the most capped player in the roster. It
Yeah.
looks like 79 caps.
And you want
And-
somebody with experience that's been there a few times. And granted, there are guys that went last time around, but you want like an older, more experienced guy. That's I don't know if Tim Ream exactly demands respect from the locker room, but I think he's a guy that like has had a decent career and he's been
He's
he's been to a few World Cups where it's like, you know what.
He has uber confidence on the ball. I will give him that.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting there watching last tournament, thinking to myself, actually probably yelling it out loud, just get the ball off your fucking foot.
Yeah.
Because
does
for
hold on to the
whatever
ball.
reason,
And
everything started through Tim Ream.
Obviously,
It's like, for fuck's sake, dude.
Obviously, like the biggest question is like, I think the way we play in the group games might be a little bit different than the way we play when we get to the knockouts. Like, if you're playing Australia, you can afford to have somebody that's more comfortable. You want somebody more comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
If you have somebody, if you get to a game against like, I don't know, Spain, for example, I don't know if that even makes any sense. I got to look at the bracket more and see what I don't with the no rules. It's all funky now and stuff too. But if you play a team like France or Spain, where you're not going to have as much of the ball and you're going to be a lot more counterattacking, you want somebody that's just going to get their fucking big ass head on the ball and get the ball out, just put their foot through the ball, and they don't want the ball at their feet. They just want to play the ball up the field.
I think that's going to be the difference from Berhalter ball too, because I don't really think there was a plan A, plan B, plan C regarding on who was on the other side of the pitch. I think it was really just play horizontal until you can break that line.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking sent a Hail Mary. And that's what I'm talking about with Tim Ream.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did he just look up, not see anything, go next to him, to whoever his partner was, get the ball back, look up, try to break the line. Oh, not there. Go sideways again.
Yep.
Get the ball back. Oh, head up.
Sounds very similar to a different team that I like to watch on a week-to-week basis.
I'm excited to watch Pochettino attack and not be afraid of whoever's on the other side. I think that'll be nice, especially on home.
I've kind of talked about this before, maybe not on the show, but just like in general with Pochettino. I do think his system is very difficult for players to learn just because it requires so much up and down, and it's very chaotic at times, and it's very much like attack, and then the second you lose the ball, you all drop in. And like we saw how good Spurs used to be. It just when the second they lost the ball, how quickly they got back into their shape.
Yeah.
And that's what he's been trying to get this team to do but when you only have 2 weeks at a time, which I think is why it's been difficult for him to really establish his mark on the national
which is
team
also
so
probably
far.
why Christian Roldan continues to make the squad.
Which, granted, I don't think he should be going to the World Cup.
No, but a realistic reason, that's the only really thing that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just that but like, for example, I think McKennie playing like the Gallagher role in a Pochettino system is almost like, it's like a cookie cutter. Like, it's very similar, like not the greatest touch in the world, but like has a decent touch at times, can take long shots, can still create some chances here and there, runs like the fucking chicken with his head cut off.
McKennie?
Yeah, McKennie, like very similar like player profile to Gallagher. You can put him anywhere and he'll probably do a job on the
I think there's
pitch.
I think there's a real possibility he's our starting right back.
I wouldn't be surprised. The thing is, you can literally start him anywhere
You can
literally any position besides goalkeeper.
He's played anywhere. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Like he's literally at this point has played everywhere in his career besides goalkeeper at some point or another. And that's obviously that's one hell of a player to have in your team, especially the way he's playing this season. Like he's one of the first few names on the team sheet based off of form. Like obviously, it'll be interesting because it just depends on where Pochettino feels like we need him.
If we're getting super crazy, I kind of want to see him next to Chris Richards as a center back pairing. Doesn't really make sense.
I think of everywhere to put him, that's probably his worst position. but it's what we need, I think, the most besides like a goalkeeper, because I don't think our goalkeepers are that.
That'll be the experiment sub when like we're down in a game and like you
Yeah.
take the center back out, you just throw Weston in the back
Yeah.
and then you put another attacker on or something like that.
Yeah.
And you just go balls to the wall.
The way they do the whole inverted thing, though, just like I mean, look at Calafiori. There's your perfect example. I mean, your fucking left back is up right wing.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't even think positions are a thing anymore.
No.
Exactly. It's becoming very like open.
If we are going to
In that
invert,
way.
because that's what Pochettino started to do towards the end with Chelsea, and I think he's wanted to find somebody that can do that for the United States. I think McKennie at that point is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, because at that point you could line up with Richards, Ream,
Jedi,
and then McKennie inverts, creates that overload midfield. And I think the position in our team with the most quality is our midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, because obviously you're looking at it, you have McKennie. I don't think Moose didn't make the squad, did he?
No. Moose is not going to be
To
there.
be fair, he hasn't been that good. So
Tanner Tessman, Johnny Cardoso, Tyler Adams healthy. You have Malik Tillman.
Yeah. So obviously, like
Gio Reyna.
the middle of the pitch for us, that midfield, and that's the flashiest of names in the world or anything.
Yeah.
But for us, for the quality of we have in our squad, like
it's a competitive 11 at least for the first time in a long time.
Yeah,
sure.
Like this, and I'm not saying this team's gonna, win anything. Obviously, there's gonna be expectation for them to make a little bit of a run at least. There's gonna be a hope that we can make a little bit of a run.
Mm-hmm.
But this, like we've talked about, like this is the best chance we're gonna have on home soil. Not that it's gonna matter in some of these games, but on home soil, like this is as good as it's gonna get for until we see like the next generation of players and how good the quality is with them. But yeah,
which is exciting because there's been a few names pop up recently.
But like it's interesting, but the prospect of like McKennie inverting is interesting because then, like it's weird because like if you almost think about it, like McKennie is more attacking than either Cardoso, Tessman, or Tyler Adams.
Yeah.
You almost want him as the one that if he's inverting to get forward,
right?
To get forward more, and then that point you have like. Yeah. He's also can drop back to that point. At that point, maybe you throw in Tillman there,
right.
That pulls him way on the wings, and then probably Pepe up top at this point in time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's obviously he's got some options.
Yeah.
I don't know if he knows what his best options are.
I do kind of like a McKennie like out and out holding with Tim Weah in the back, and then the way he's been playing, I don't mind Brendan Aronson. Getting minutes on the wing.
Definitely.
I really don't.
I don't mind him, especially with the way he presses. Like for
constant.
Like especially like if we play like a team like Spain who's going to move the ball around the back a lot. Like I don't mind him just literally you play him the first 60 minutes of the game, let him run around, and then you make changes from there. Whether you put way farther forward and bring Dest on or something or whatever decision you make. I mean, obviously, I think Weah and Dest is a good, like, will complement each other well on that right hand side because obviously, I think to be honest, Weah might be a better right back than Dest, but he's also a better winger than Dest.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a good, like he'll drop obviously too. So I think that's good support that we need on that right hand side in terms of defensive balance.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think we're just going to get to a point in term where we just face a team with too much quality, and that'll inevitably be our demise.
Yeah,
but
probably. What would that be? First game out of the group,
first or second,
yeah,
depending on how the group goes.
Yeah,
and obviously, like the thing is too, like with World Cup, is sometimes you win your group, and then Argentina they lost one of their group games, and then all of a sudden you're playing a team that. Now they're second in their group. I don't even remember if Argentina won their group or not last time around. I think they still did.
No, I think
but
something happened like that where a team should have won and then was in second. And then
but like 2018, the reason why England, not like a relatively like piss poor England side in the grand scheme of things, the reason why they made it to the semifinal was because their run was like against relatively piss poor teams, and that's why in that game versus Belgium. I mean, nobody said they didn't want to win, but that's why both teams threw out a secondary lineup because they're like, the other side of the bracket looks a hell of a lot easier than ours. And then Belgium had to play Brazil and France on the way.
Yeah.
And then they played Japan was their first knockout round game. But Japan also gave them a fucking game that year too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then playing. We compared it to England, who played like I think it was Sweden and Switzerland, and then they got knocked out by Croatia.
Yep.
It was just like it's obviously Croatia had a great run, played very well that tournament. But it's just like sometimes the bracket falls your way, and that's kind of what we should be hoping for, is that we get a favorable draw, or favorable setup for the next round.
An Arsenal draw.
Yep, an Arsenal draw.
It happens, guys.
Yep.
Listen, it happens out there. The draws can be on your side.
We're changing subject. Did you see, Rich, you and I were talking about this. Did you see the Morocco? Did you hear about this?
No, what?
What the fuck?
So for anyone that hasn't seen, Morocco has been awarded the AFCON, but via disqualification for Senegal over their whole incident of them leaving the pitch in the final. When the
deemed a 3-0 forfeit.
So
wow.
Which, I mean, with it being AFCON,
fuck that.
And it being Morocco, this just stinks of corruption at its finest, and
fuck that.
Under the table payments from Morocco, because I mean, let's be honest here, Morocco were trying to cheat their way through the whole tournament anyways, as it was.
Bullshit.
So am I completely surprised by this coming out? Absolutely not.
I'm surprised at the timeline.
The timing just seems very weird, just like on a random Tuesday in March, like 2 months after the tournament.
I was gonna say, when was the tournament?
I think it ended in January, I want to say. Because I think it's
it's either like late December.
It's late December into January. I know. I don't know how late it goes, but regardless, it's been at least a month and a half, 2 months. So I don't even know if there was like an open investigation or anything going on about this. Or
I heard nothing about it until the decision.
Yep. And that's why I
was one.
I thought it was a joke when I read it at first. I thought this was like, I didn't realize it was April Fool's already. Like I thought we were at St. Patrick's Day. Like
I read it and then I realized it was from Fabrizio, and I was like, oh well, this is real.
So I mean, granted, everybody with a brain will know what happened that day and see how much Morocco tried to cheat. I mean, granted, in 60 years, nobody's gonna care. They're just gonna see Morocco won, but they're gonna see via disqualification or whatever. Yeah. Be like, what? But
well, that's how corruption goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes these investigations and things can happen and get decisions right away.
At the end of the day, like Morocco's invested the most money into football in Africa, and
you can say that,
and they've developed, and they're developing a lot, and they're trying to show like other nations what African nations can do with the right financial resources. And I think AFCON as a governing body likes what they're seeing from Morocco, even if it is a little corrupt. So I think that's why I think this is a little bit of a sketchy situation. I mean, the fact that like AFCON didn't punish Morocco at all for like letting their ball boys like fight the goalkeeper for their towel and everything. It's just it's a little suspect. So like in my eyes, Senegal still won. That'll always be my opinion, is that Senegal won this AFCON, but like it's just a little crazy and a little sketchy, but
that's how it goes, y'all. There's sketch in the world, there's sketch in the business, there's sketch in the sport. Just gotta keep winning. Gotta play around it, right? I don't know.
Which I also understand the argument. Well, they did just kind of like cheat the game by just leaving. Like they just all left the pitch, but like I don't know.
I mean, there's no other way around it at that point. You got to do like
the decision felt crazy to them, and they decided, "Fuck it, we're gonna." So I can't say I'm surprised by this decision.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I thought it was a joke.
I'm more shocked at the timing of it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah,
it's just very strange that it just randomly happened on a random Tuesday.
Yeah,
but interesting. It was very, very crazy. Like I said, it still feels weird. Like it still just feels like a fake news story.
What a horrible thing, though, and I apologize. Is it the Senegalese, right?
Yeah.
The people, that meant so much to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to one of my buddies from out west, and it was everything.
Mm-hmm,
and he's not even from Senegal.
No,
but just the ties to it meant everything. And then to just have that pull, like we keep saying, on a random Tuesday.
Yeah.
With what we know, what really happened. It's sad.
Yeah.
Granted, they all enjoy themselves. I don't think the Senegalese people are going to buy in too much. They're going to know on that day they were the better side.
Oh, for sure.
So, I don't think they're going to be too caught up on this, besides the fact they're not going to have like the trophy or it's not going to be in the record book. But I think the people will remember that day fondly. Still,
It's just a shame that it got ripped away from them.
Yep, it is.
And that day is now tarnished, and
Yep.
that moment is now tarnished because of greed, whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Yeah, and obviously there's nothing reported, so this is all just speculation and in theory. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like the way the whole tournament went about and all the corruption that's been around AFCON in general, and it's just very, very suspect to say the least.
Extremely.
Well, we can only hope that the World Cup is just swimming and has no issues at all this year, and you predicted, no sort of corruption at all with how the U.S. proceeds through the tournament.
I mean,
FIFA's hands are clean.
FIFA's hands are clean.
If the United States makes a semifinal run, I'm not going to complain. That's all.
Exactly.
I'm not going to complain.
We're being led by the Peace Prize winner, who knows peace and is going to bring peace to the
most
world.
Peaceful person in the world.
Exactly, y'all. So the FIFA Peace Prize is firmly with the U.S. There's going to be another gold. While we're wrapping up, and I'll say it real quick, and I'll try to get us out of here. But did you guys see that Lego released a World Cup 1-to-1 scale model? It looks exactly like the trophy. It's awesome. Yeah, look at that. I'll send it and we'll post something online after.
Cool.
But
it's ridiculously pricey too.
It's $200.
Oh, is it only
crazy?
$200? I thought it was
$200.
I thought it was like $600.
No, Lego sets are pricey, but it's not.
That's like 4 gallons of gas today.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. That's I was about to say 4 gallons. Yeah. Well, that we'll wrap it up here, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in live. If you did, we're gonna do this live every Tuesday now. If not Tuesday, whenever the days are that we record, it's always going to be this Monday through Wednesday stretch. We got more Champions League tomorrow, everybody, and then after tomorrow, the quarterfinals will be ready to go. So we'll talk that next week, along with Carabao Cup final after this past Sunday, or this upcoming Sunday, rather. So we're winding down. The season's coming to an end, and we're coming to the close for some of these tournaments and things. Just about 2 months left here, folks. So it's going to get spicy. It's going to get real spicy. But you sit right there, tune in, join us for all this excitement, and we're going to walk you right through it, okay? That's it. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
PSG, ruined my hopes and dreams.